Kubola Production has been a pioneer in Belizean publishing, promoting the works of established writers while supporting the academic community and providing accurate, informative and engaging educational publications to various sectors. And today at the Leo Bradley Library, another book was officially launched to the public, British Honduras, The Intervention of a Colonial Territory.
A few years ago I was contacted by Odile Hoffman, the author of the book, and she had been doing research in Belize about land, interpreting maps in the 19th century, 18th century, 19th century maps. And she had this publication, and she approached Kubola to see if we would join with this institution to publish a book. And it was really a privilege to be able to work with them. They are very thorough, very professional, and of course she's a great academic. And we ended up with a very nice publication in color, something we could never afford on our own. So I am very grateful to her because it was, I think, a good example of cooperation between, a developed country and Belize.
The book, which speaks to the history of Belize through mapping and spatial knowledge in the 19th century, is the brainchild of geographer Dr. Odile Hoffman of the Institute of Research and Development in France. With the assistance of Belize's Institute for Social and Cultural Research, the University of Belize, and the Center for Research and Advanced Studies in Social Anthropology in Mexico, the book was created.
What this book does is analyzes map and how maps tell the story. And it depends on who commissioned the maps. You read one story or different story. So the research was done at different archives, and of course in the UK and in Spain, also in France and in Mexico. So you have different sources for the maps. And I think what you are actually reading the history of Belize from a map perspective. And this is what it's new in this book.
On hand at today's launch were representatives from several institutions who say that the donated books will be used to impart further knowledge to students and the wider community of the history of our country.
I am a social studies teacher, so we are going to use it especially for the history part. Okay, like for example, first farm and second farm, they do colonialism. So the material will be very helpful to us. All right, it will bring us more knowledge in the classroom, and of course we will share that with our students. Yeah.
Now, will it be where you guys are going to maybe photocopy this and provide it to the students, or will it just be for you to use as added information so that you can include it into your plan, no?
Yes, I believe at this point we are going to keep it as a teacher resource, okay, as a resource. And so if we see that it's very useful for the student, then later on we can ask for copies or do photocopies if it's allowed.
We have a Belize collection, and there are times where students come in to borrow books that sometimes the bookstore doesn't have. So if they want, they can come to the library to find out if we have the book, and they can borrow the book to use within the library.
Now, we know that there are 4 campuses that the University of Belize has throughout the country. Now, tell us about whether this will be available in all those, distributed.
Well, there's only one library in Belize City for the UB. So students from all campuses, if they need the use of the book, they will need to visit the library at the Management and Social Science campus to borrow the book and use it in the library.
The book will be available across the country at around $35 Belize. Dwayne Moody for News 5.